Alright, y'all, it's very rare that I get an empty gym, and I got one, so I'm gonna go ahead and warm up with the squat, lightweight, so I could do some heavy to moderate weight deadlifts. But Dontay London, man, say it ain't so, you ain't moving out that house yet. Get your credit up, bro. $800 rent. And on top of that, you got a landlord that works with you and knocks down the price when y'all put in work. And on top of that, you, your dad, and your mom done put in all that work. You done searched around, worked hard to get a place. Your credit was bad, like mine used to be. I ain't talking, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, a lot of people talk crap like they ain't ever been through nothing and they ain't going through nothing. You might be doing better than a lot of the people that's usually how it go. The people that talk crap usually is doing worse than the person they talk crap about. So get your credit right. Stay there. The only reason I can see you moving out of there, the only good reason, besides it being something you want to do, is the mold that's under the sink, you know. So let me go and load these places.
All right, so I got a video titled "Shutting Up is a Superpower," and a lot of people probably don't like that, and they don't like the title, or they don't like what they think it means. All right, so people come up with their own conclusions. And I tell people all the time, hey, man, it ain't about that. I wouldn't tell you to shut up. You ain't around me talking, so why would I tell you to, you know what I'm saying? And also, I'm not against talking, all right? I literally have a series called Walk and Talk Cardio, all right? So what am I against then? What does shutting up is a superpower? What's the problem? The problem isn't that you talk. It's the fact that a lot of people just blabber, and it gets in the way of what they're trying to do, what they say they set out to do. When it's time to do said thing, they just start talking to each other. And it's like, bro, like, ain't you gonna do the thing? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'll be like, dog, that's why I do everything myself, man. I do everything. No, I'm not super successful at everything I do, but the things that I'm above average on, lifting weights and dieting and knowing fitness knowledge and actually putting things to the test and figuring it out and all that over a decade, that's because I shut it up and did it. You know what I'm saying? That's just it. It doesnn't mean I'm better than nobody, nothing like that. Because people always would throw that in there too. You think you're better than it? No, I'm different. I just shut up and I did it. And whenever I failed, I didn't give up. I just tried it again or tried something else or tweaked it a little bit here and there. You know what I'm saying? A combination of all that. That's why I got the stuff that I'm telling people now. The advice that I got now come from years of that. Trial and error, figuring it out. Learning what this is, learning what that is, how much of this and how much of that. You know, how much bad stuff could I sprinkle in? You know, okay, cheat days, what do you do about those? I learned all that, all right? So, what do you do if you are lacking, if you fall off, if you don't have energy? I learned all that and I teach it. But I wouldn't have been able to do none of that if I'd have I'm gonna cut it like this. The results you get, if you do what everybody else do, you're gonna get the results everybody else is getting. Everybody else struggling. I'm sorry. We live in a country that, you know, we celebrate everything with food, for one. We got every reason to cheat, for two. We got pantries full of junk. We got grocery stores full of junk. Even some of the health foods, quote unquote, is junk. Alright, we got a school system that didn't teach us the correct way. The food pyramid is pretty much upside down. A lot of the things that, you know, you think you need the most of was just a sales pitch for cereal brands. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we thought cereal was healthy growing up. We thought juice was healthy growing up. It was made out of fruit. Now, I mean, it's healthy. You know what I mean? Calories, they cut out all the good stuff. The fiber, you're not getting the fiber. Like, come on now. You get nothing but the sugar and the calories. Which sugar ain't bad. It's just the way that you're consuming it. The amount that you're consuming. You know what I'm saying? But it's from a fruit. Just eat the fruit. You know what I'm saying? If I eat a whole bag of oranges, it's gonna be less than a bottle of orange juice. If I fill up on apples, it's going to be less calories than if I drink a bottle of apple juice. You see what I'm saying? And the list goes on. So we've been taught wrong. But you can't learn these things because every time you try to, you put a video on right now in front of everybody at work. Everybody got something to say. You ain't never going to get a chance to watch that video. You can't hear it. It's too much noise, man. Like, people just, oh my God, you're an introvert. Yeah, proudly. Oh my gosh, man. But it's a crime to be an introvert, man. It's crazy. To be introverted in this world, people come up with stuff. They think that you're shy. They think that you are sad. They think that you're scared to talk to people. No, I just want to be alone with my thoughts a lot of times, most of the time. It don't even mean I don't like people. It's just we get our energy internal when y'all get y'all's external. You know, I don't like packed gyms. A lot of people think they strive in packed gyms, but half the time they're not even working out. They're just socializing. But even the ones that do work out and they love packed gyms, they don't have a problem with it. You know, they move different. They think different. We're different, all right? It's all right to be different. You know what I'm saying? But you just told everybody. You told everybody to shut up. No, I didn't. Shutting up. Let me put it like this: shutting up is a choice. All right? Shutting up is a choice. I'm not saying you got to be introvert if you're extrovert. Usually, people that's extrovert try to, mold the introvert. You got to change that. What you got to do is, no, I don't want to change it. I'm not changing it. It's not, nah. How you going to tell me what I want to be like? You know what I'm saying? You telling people to shut up? No, I'm just saying, like, they can make a decision of times throughout the day when they get serious about what's said. With working out, it doesn't just fall in your lap. Weight loss, the learning, all of this, it doesn't just fall in your lap. You got to adopt it as a lifestyle. All right? And, yes, you can still talk. It can't just be just talking. Every time I go to the gym, people in there just talking. And they try to drag me into it. No, I'm not in here for y'all, bro. Alright, so the first half of this video was me on the way to the gym. This right now is me just getting in the car after the gym. I went after hours. It was only a handful of people, but that's all it really takes. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I be telling people like this. When it comes to talking to people that don't want to get talked to, there's two sides to that story, all right? So the person that wants to, I'm going to say it from the extrovert side of view than the introverts, all right? The way I see it. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But, the extrovert coming up trying to talk to the person and saying all this and that, third, the introvert just minding their own business, doing what they got to do, and they're going to usually say things. I'm getting this off of things that they say a lot, all right? He's being funny. He's a dick. Oh, he thinks he's better than everybody. Oh, he must be very sad or this. No, I'm just doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like with the energy thing. It's like you drain somebody's energy. They try to, people always say, why don't you tell them? Because it's energy. Everything that comes from that is energy draining. All right. A lot of times I try to ignore the person. You got your headphones on. Nobody bothers me. Usually when somebody says nobody bothers me, it's because, usually, no disrespect, but if you ain't made it to a certain point with this, then they're not going to bother you, all right? If you can't lift, I'm going to say some medium, low numbers compared to the highest numbers you've ever seen in your life. But I'm just saying, like, deadlift. If you can't deadlift at least mid-3s, 300s, I could do almost 600. I'm just saying that's the starting point, all right? If you can't bench press close to 225 or 225, if you can't squat a couple plates, and if your form isn't very good, if you ain't squatting all the way down, blah, blah, blah. If you're not impressive, if your muscles ain't a certain size, if your body fat percentage ain't a certain level, then people usually tend to not bother you. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times people say people don't bother me. You gotta, you gotta understand why. Or maybe you're in that crowd. Maybe you're talking with them. So it doesn't bother you. You don't even notice that it's happening. But I'm trying to tell you, you want results. I'm not saying you can't talk. I'm just saying that if you go in the gym and all you do is talk, or anything, it ain't just the gym. If all you do is talk about it, right? Let's say we're in the middle of the country, right? Let's say let's say we far East Coast. I'm in South Carolina right now, so let's say we southeast, right? Let's say we want to drive to California. You get in your car, I get in my car, and we're going to drive to California. At least that's the plan, right? Let's say you get in the car, God bless, everything goes right, and nothing bad happens on the way, You get in the car, you start driving west. And me, on the other hand, while you're doing that, I'm going around telling everybody, yeah, I plan on going to California. Yeah, man, dog, hey, dog, I'm going to go to California. Yeah, because, when I go over there, and then, you get what I'm trying to say? You on the road actually going that way. I'm still here in South Carolina talking about it. Who's going to most likely get there? Or who's most likely not? That's how you do everything. It's not about talking. Yeah, you could be hands-free talking on the way there. You still talking, but you're getting it done. A lot of times talking is in the way people halt. They drop everything to talk. Everything. I don't know why I've been in the gym all this time for years and I can't lift X amount. Or I can't. You talked all your time away, bruh. Sis, whoever learning, listening, watching. There needs to be a time and a place for that. You need to set aside a time. When I go to the gym, I believe even if I was an extrovert, maybe I'd be just like everybody else and not be able to see it. I don't know. I'm glad I'm not, but I'm just saying, like, there has to be a time where you have to figure it out, that you have to set a time aside for you, all right? Introverts, all our time for us. Even okay, I look at it like this. I got family, I got kids and all that. I can't have all my time me. You know what I'm saying? But they're a part of me, so that's still me. But at the end of the day, I got to teach them things. I got to talk to them about stuff. I got to do this. I got to do that. But I look at it like an animal in the wild, right? A lion pride, right? Everybody look at the female lion. She going out. She's the extrovert, and the lion is the introvert. He chilling by himself. You know what I'm saying? Or with a little coalition. But his job is very important. His job is just as important as hers. Everybody looking at the extrovert always shines. They always get the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? Nobody looks at the person behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? People look at the rappers, the singer, whoever, but somebody probably wrote these stuff. You know what I'm saying? They just perform it. All right. But my point is, the male lion, he eats first. Why? Because he needs the most energy. He needs the most size. He needs the most. Yeah, the female needs the most energy. She out there running and chasing zebras and stuff but he's protecting the land. You see what I'm saying? If he don't eat first, he's going to be a scrawny little. The female lionesses, they can't handle the hyenas by themselves most of the time. If the hyenas outnumber, which they most of the time do, hyena prides have more numbers than lion prides. Now, if it's an even number, then the lioness can handle them easily. If there's maybe 2 more hyenas than it is lionesses, the lioness is going to win. They're bigger, they're stronger. They don't have enough power. If they got double the hyenas, the lions come through and take care of them themselves most of the time. A good, healthy male lion can take care of, I don't know how many hyenas. I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? I watch animal stuff, right? Same thing in the gym. I need my energy. If I'm in there conquering the world, I need my energy. And you come to me, and I'm trying to give you every sign in the world that I don't want to talk to you. Then I end up, man, dude, I feel to lead a gym not doing everything you were supposed to do. I did like 60%, which is cool though. There is benefit to that too though. So if I go in there and do everything I set out to do, a lot of times, I ain't gonna lie, I overshoot it, all right? So at the end of the day, I might not be able to train tomorrow. I might have to have a day off or whatever, which recovery is where you grow. But also, you know what I'm saying, you can work out every day and pull back a little bit. And then, you know what I'm saying, it both works. You know what I'm saying? I just prefer I prefer to leave no stone unturned and leave nothing on the table. That's just how I like to do. All right. So is that always beneficial? Can you get injured that way? Yeah. But at the end of the day, everybody different. All right. I look at it like this: you different than me. I'm different than you. A lot of people try to tell me how to do this and that and the third. They tell me you should do. Nah, bro. At the end of it, I'm further than you in this. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just at the same time. Not to be cocky, but sometimes you have to be because people won't understand the way otherwise. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is lift and let lift, right? Hey, for real. And also, like I said, you're not getting nowhere if you ain't going nowhere. It's all up to you. You either do it or you ain't. Nothing works unless you work. You all right? Your diet, your exercise, if you're not actually sticking to the plan, a lot of people feel like they can't stick to the plan. They thought they went all out, thought they went hard and this and that third. I talk about going hard, right? I just said it, right? If you're a beginner, you need to ease your way into it, get your toes wet, all right? Don't just jump straight in. A lot of times people can't stick to their diet because they picked a diet plan that is not even sustainable, or they ain't even got a diet plan. They just starve, and that's not gonna. Your floodgates gonna open, and you're gonna lose a lot of weight very fast in the beginning, and that beginning might not even last a week. You know what I'm saying? You might lose 15 pounds in a week, and half of that, more than half of that, gonna be water weight and not even body fat. And then you're gonna gain more body fat by doing what? Pigging out. Counting calories don't work. Counting calories